So yesterday I was in the midst of creating a video. As you guys know, I do this on a daily basis, if not every other day. And it was early in the morning. I was trying to set myself up to be like, all right, I make videos in the morning, drop them in the afternoon type shit. I get a notification from Shonen Jump saying we have a new manga ready. And I was like, new manga? All right, let me check it out. Because Shonen Jump been dropping bangers lately, like brand new manga that have been bangers, but a lot of them don't last. And I don't know why, because Neru was really good. What was that? The Red Hood? That was supposed to be like about Little Red Riding Hood. I think that was pretty good, but they just didn't last long. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go into this one without zero expectations. And then I seen the tags, which were romance, sci-fi, shonen, supernatural, all the ones that like, it checked off every one that I like in my book. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna read it. And then I seen the title, and it was called Earthchild. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty sick name. And then I seen the description. The description is what fucked me up. It said, an unlikely romance has planet-sized consequences. So I was like, holy shit, that sounds sick. I'm about to read it. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't regret reading it at all. And here's a few reasons why I didn't regret reading it. One, the name is sick, right? The name is pretty sick. So I was just like, fuck it, Earthchild, I'm gonna check it out. Two, romance is always dope when it comes to like supernatural shit. It always has it has an aesthetic that I think can't be beat. And then three, the story is riveting. I'm about to go into the story now. So the story follows Reisuke and Kareri. Reisuke being the regular human, right? Like the regular dude who's just out here in these streets, going to a corner store, picking some shit up, and he meets Kareri, which you don't know that's her name yet, but you figure that out a little later. She ends up saving him from getting hit by a truck, and then he gets Men in Black, right? He gets Men in Black, the blip, but instead it was with a cell phone this time, which was pretty funny. And that thing is supposed to make you forget the person that you met. And mind you, she looks super fire right here, right? She looked super fire. I like the mask. I like that whole aesthetic. I think that shit is pretty cool. So then as the time goes on, he's like, man, how did I forget what happened last night? I don't remember. And then he just can't forget who she was. That's what got him. And it like drew all the memories. Like the minute he walked by her in the middle of the street, he knew what it was. It was the whole red string of fate thing, right? That's exactly what it was. Like, you know the person you're meant to be with when like they're there. And mind you, she looks amazing in her regular clothes too. So they end up having this discussion, and she's like, how the hell did you remember who I am? Who are you? How is it possible that you remember? So Reisuke goes on explaining, like, the minute I saw you, I already knew it was impossible for me not to know. It was just a vibe. And then she goes on to say, like, you know, don't get involved with me because all it can bring is like bad luck, this, that, and the third. He gets to explain his side of things. Like, man, I'm just out here looking for a job, you know, hoping to get into college. All I can do is like get enough money to play video games and whatnot. So then he gets to complimenting her, even after she was just like, man, I got telekinetic powers. I work for the government. I do all sorts of odd jobs. He's like, man, you know, you're like a hero to me. That's when we find out her name is Kareri Hoshifuri, which is pretty cool. I like the name. Kareri is kind of like wild to pronounce anyway. I don't want to call her Miss Hoshifuri because that just sounds weird. But then she just randomly disappears, and she's just like, this is for the best, you know, I don't want you to get involved with me type shit anyway. And then all of a sudden, she just can't get him out of his head, right? She can't get the dude out of his head. So she leaves one of the most random notes, like, yo, pull up at 5 p.m. today, same place as yesterday, yo, treat type shit, right? This was pretty fucking funny. And that's when things just start to go. That's when things just start to go. Their relationship starts to cultivate. That's when it got scary to me, right? That's when it hit me. I was like, oh shit, this is not gonna end well. You guys are cultivating the relationship way too fast. It's happening all in the first chapter. We're not even halfway through the chapter yet. And then you're just watching it progress, right? You're watching it progress to the point where they're fucking adults. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure she was already an adult at the time, right? I'm pretty sure she was already an adult when he was in high school, but that's neither here nor there. You can just tell she's working for the government type shit. He graduates, he gets through college, and then, you know, they profess their love for each other type shit. And again, they were already together. I was just like, oh no, this ain't good. It's just gonna get worse, right? Something tragic is gonna happen. As this story is progressing, she's saying things like, my job is to protect the world from like otherworldly things because I have telekinetic power, so I have to do stuff. And then all of a sudden, we fast forward to a point where she's fucking hurt as hell, right? She got to saying shit like, I know that my work as an Earthchild could get me killed at any moment. That's when I was just like, oh yeah, she's dying, right? She's dying, but there's no way I'm gonna fall for this shit, right? There's no fucking way. And then she gets to explaining like, yo, the minute I met this guy, this, that, and the third, I'm like, no, the relationship, oh no, this is going terrible. And then he jumps out of a window talking about, will you marry me type shit. This was hilarious because I would have did the same thing for her, but that's just me. They end up getting married. They end up having a kid. I'm over here choking up because I'm like, damn, this shit about to get crazy, right? And then they're like, around July 25th, there's gonna be an asteroid that smokes Earth, and it's gonna be slow enough, like it's large enough to stop Earth's rotation, like slow it down. And the minute she saw that, and she was like, oh no, I gotta do it. I was like, oh, this is about to get fucked up. And Reisuke's pleading this case, like, look, man, we got a kid and shit. We got so much of a long life together. We could just escape and leave and do all this. Reisuke was fucking pissed. And she said some of the coldest shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I would have fell to my knees and cried like he did too. She said, it's not Earth I'm protecting. It's the two of you who fill me with pride and give me a reason to live. I was like, oh, she's dead. And then she's in space and she's doing all this crazy shit trying to prevent the fucking asteroid from hitting. And she snaps that shit out. I was like, oh man, no. And I mean, like the effects are kind of cool, right? The effects are kind of cool in this situation. And then you see her hands. And you're like, no, please, no way. And their kid's name is Mamoru, by the way. She crashes into the asteroid, it fucking splits into pieces. And our fucking protagonist, Reisuke, breaks down in tears because he's like, oh no, our child is an Earthchild. Now he's gonna have to bear the fate of the world. Oh, dude, and then it ended. Right? And then it ended and I was like, oh, hell no, there's no way. I can't believe I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. I'm very excited for where the story is going because I believe, and this is where we get into the perspective side of things, I believe Reisuke is not the protagonist. I believe that Kareri was not like a protagonist either. I think their child's gonna be the protagonist. I think he's gonna be the protagonist. It just makes the most sense in the fucking world because you killed, like this is a cool backstory for the parents, right? This is a cool backstory because Reisuke doesn't have powers. Mamoru does. If this is gonna be a supernatural manga, it's obviously gonna be about Mamoru 10, 15 years from now. And it's gonna be in Shonen Jump too. So you know he's gonna be like 15 by the time they get back, like between 14 and 17, right? Typical high school age. By the time they get to where they need to be. I'm telling you, bro, ain't no way they're gonna make Reisuke the protag. But that's just what I'm thinking. So peep this, right? Mamoru is gonna meet a woman who is like his dad was to his mom, right? So with Mamoru being the Earthchild, he's gonna meet a woman that is the normal human being who definitely like sways his attention and they have a similar relationship, but I think it's gonna take a different turn. That's what I'm thinking the plot for this is gonna be. I hope so, because it ain't no way it's just gonna be about a grown-ass man raising a kid with supernatural powers. I mean, it's not like we haven't seen that before with how fast they went through the relationship for Reisuke and Kareri in this first chapter. I'm like, there's no way we don't get a time skip and Mamoru's gonna be the main child, like the main protagonist. Anyways, I'm excited for this. I don't know if I'm gonna cover it week to week. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see that. Leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. If you guys aren't fans of this, tell me why in the comment section, right? Tell me why. Let me know why you don't fuck with it. If you really do fuck with it, I want to hear about that as well. Because dude, this shit is fire to me. Like I said, it checked off all my boxes, bro. It checked off all my boxes, and I was just like, yeah, we're in for something good. We are definitely in for something good. But as always, it's your boy DomoSenpai, and I will see you guys in the next video.